welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon XD Gale Darkness. XD Gale Darkness. It's been a while. I don't know what to actually do. It's because, like, today, as I'm recording this, is the 29th, I'll be uploading the previous part, which means this LP is finally caught up, upload-wise. Also, I'm going to... Should I insert that into this video? Yeah. I'll insert this, well, I might as well just, like, give an introduction to what I'm actually going to show. Is with my phone, with its crappy camera. I recorded briefly, Pokemon Moon. Because I've been playing that again recently, and I'm bored out of my mind with it, because it's just like, it was interesting for a while doing post-game stuff. Like doing the battle tree, but my god, it's like bashing your head against a wall. But instead of becoming frustrating, it just becomes boring after a while, because the trainers just use the same bloody Pokemon all the goddamn time. You got like, what? Over 700, maybe even 800 Pokemon in the series. And sure, you can't really get all the Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Moon, unless you got the Pokebank thing I don't actually have. But the trainers in there don't freaking give a shit. They use Pokemon from other regions, so why, with that much variety, do they always pick the same fucking ones? I'll tell you why. It's because those ones are the hacked ones. They won't use any of the other ones, give it some variety, some life. No, it's always like, oh god, Chomp, the fucking Dugtrio. I hate Dugtrio so much from freaking using Fissure. Just, I fucking hate the little bastard. And Garchomp as well, complete bastard. Mega Volform kicked my ass and I was so pissed. I got 34 battles in the Super Doubles, wow, whatever, it pissed me off. And, yeah, I'm just going to the footage itself isn't actually to do with me failing at the battle tree, it's just like showing my victories over the legends and the 2 times I've been able to actually encounter them. Which I defeated them. They're pretty easy compared to everyone else, but it's all down to luck. Anyway, I'll insert that there.
Hello there, viewers. Hello with this awful quality. Imagine if I actually did this as a Let's Play, but no. I'm just going to randomly just add this on to whenever I record the next part for Pokemon XD Gale Darkness, because it's finally caught up with the upload. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you some of my experience with the battle tree from hell. Wait, clicked on the wrong thing. Does it show the playtime? Yeah, look at that, man. That's insane. I've also, like, cleared most of the, yeah. It's really hard to have this because I'm literally just holding the camera, which is my phone, which is, of course, terrible quality. Like, got all the Pokedex entries and shit. But everything else is still blank. Just like, no, you gotta go for the battle tree, 50 battles. What a piece of shit. But you can record battles, and for some reason some of them haven't saved properly. Look at that. Verse... Oh, it went past a verse recorder. Why couldn't you have a verse seeker, man? You can't battle any trainers other than the freaking shit ones. So I got all these saved. Man, that must have been ages ago. I can't remember the last time I used that one. Is that right? Nope. You can, like, team with other trainers in the multi-battles. That's pretty much one of the more interesting parts of it. It's just, like, unlocking a variety of trainers to team with. That's the one. This trainer's actually pretty good with this team up here, because it just absolutely destroys shit. So we're going to watch this one. This is the, normal ranking in the multi-battle tree, where you face Red and Blue, the protagonists and rival from the originals. It's kind of weird. Which screen has it? That is. They actually weren't that tough. It's usually tough just getting to them rather than, you know... Well, I've only got to them on multi-battle and double battles, but... You get the idea, they're not as tough as they look. I hear they can be tough though, but it's probably in the super version. I mean, look at that, that's pitiful. As the same could be said about the quality of this camera. I mean, look at that, even its earthquake is shit. I'm also now realizing, because I turned off the battle animation so you can't actually see the animations of the battle, because it drags on. Look at him, it's like, oh my god, there's a Charizard, whatever will I do? I was kind of surprised by how anticlimactic it was. I use this a lot, there's my starter there. The only Pokemon I've got that's level 100 in this game. Espion's close though to it. Got quite a few Pokemon now, very high levels. Ah, he avoided it, what a bitch. Hate that in the battle tree. It's like, oh, you dodged it, oh, you got paralyzed for 5 turns in a row, oh, you got hit with confusion a lot, oh, toxic, oh, aren't you fucked? Oh, you flinched because the fucking Aerodactyl keeps spamming. I mean, it's right there, it's gonna frickin' do it. You'll see what I mean. Every time you see a bloody Aerodactyl, he'll always use the same, rock slide, every fucking time. Spamming bastards. Although, to be fair, I do the same, really. Not the same move, necessarily. But yeah, you only got 4 moves per Pokemon anyway, so you're bound to end up using the same moves. So I use Darkest Lariat a lot. And like, whenever I deem, like, a Pokemon too tough, you can even see the red light there. I mean, see, that was over way quickly there, wasn't it? Like, that was a piece of piss. So let's also find the, where was the, which one is this? See that weird electric tree there? That's one of my mains for the battle tree because it's so overpowered. Actually, these are my main team. There's just like one odd team here. You got Infernerape, I think its name is, right? Snorlax, the tree or whatever the hell it's pronounced as, and a Sylveon. Just like Snorlax is the tank, the Invertebrate and the tree are the main attackers, and Sylveon's a kind of mixed bag. Cause like, this one time actually, I got like 34 battles into super doubles, and I got freaking knocked out, like the tree right there, got knocked out by Fissure from a Doug trio in one freaking try. I was so pissed off. And then his freaking Mega Garchomp used Earthquake, knocked out the Doug trio like an idiot, but also one-shotted Sylveon, which made no sense because he didn't have a type advantage or anything, so it's just bullshit. The game is rigged. You gotta, like, get lucky, otherwise you're fucked. I'm surprised I can make it anywhere in the battle tree. It all comes down to the matchups. If you have a bad matchup, you're fucked. Doo-dee-doo-doo-doo. It's in here somewhere. This guy also had, like, got me quite far as well, but he's kind of an idiot with his Tyranitar, if I recall. Of course, when it comes to recruiting them, you recruit them with the Pokemon that they were using in the battle, so you don't necessarily get the same Pokemon if you, like, were to recruit them again. You'd end up with different matchups. Which is why this trainer, for example, I haven't recruited more than once, because I'm just like, no, this team up is good here. Where the hell? There it is. Is it? No, I don't think so. Maybe it is, I don't know. I can't remember what Pokemon he used. Have I just gone full circle and not even noticed it? Yeah. Wait. What? No, that. Yeah, I have. I've totally gone full circle. That must be his Pokemon. Maybe. Try that one. Was this Gary motherfucking Oak? Yep. Legend Blue. I mean, who that? I mean, just they name it after, like, every game they have, they'll always, like, do that, won't they? It's like, no, these are the names of the characters. It's like, so, he's Blue Oak? What a stupid name. Pitiful. Alakazam's gotta be one of the worst Pokemon to rely on. Because it just gets destroyed. It may have good special attack, but everything else tends to be shit. Goes down like a sack of potatoes. I mean, that Pidgeot's already done. Heavy Slam, and he's down. 2 Pokemon down in the first turn. Some battle legends. Man, the record light really bugs me on that. And of course, always Aerodactyls. That's one thing I've noticed. See, Rock Slide again. One thing I've noticed about the Battle Tree, repetitive matchups. Everyone uses the same bloody Pokemon. Same with online stuff, really, isn't it? I've had even worse experience with that because I've only ever won once. I just get my ass kicked in online battles. I've only tried a few. I tried a few recently in the ranking thing and I got my ass kicked. Oh yeah, I nicknamed him Troll Tree. Can't really see it because it's a bit blurry. Troll Tree used Thunderbolts because I remember this particular one being a pain in the ass to catch. You catch multiple ones, but this was the better of the ones because they all have different stats. But yeah, that was that. Just thought I'd show that. How about showing the Pokemon Refresh? You're asleep? Who sleeps like that? Seriously, who sleeps like that? This is actually a Pokemon that isn't actually in the game, so I got it from a trade. It's kind of weird, this is. Just like, you get to pat Pokemon on the head. What is up with that? Pokemon Petting Simulator. How random. It also, like, raises affection and shit, and makes them more useful in battle, except for, you know, when you really need it. Like, imagine if they had it so that they do shit like that in competitive battles. Things would be chaotic and a bit more interesting. Anyways, I just thought I'd show that. Actually, I want to just do this. No. Click off that. I want to see if we can get him to do the spin. Come on, there we go. Seriously, what is up with that? Anyways, just thought I'd show that. That is all.
And now with that, what to do in this part. I didn't really plan this through. I want to test something here. Ah, you don't do that in this game, do you? Figures. We have to go to the source for that. $303. That's more bloody Pokemon than in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Although, to be fair, you don't catch most of these Pokemon, to be fair, but still. And you do encounter more Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Moon that you can actually have in a National Dex, but they don't have a National Dex. They just have the freaking normal one. So it doesn't register any of those Pokemon, and you can't catch most of them anyway as you transfer them. And I just realized I just landed on Dugtrio, and I was just bitching about that. You little shit with your freaking fissured ass shit, actually, but somehow it's first fucking time. And this freaking Mega Garchomp, it just it earthquaked right after it knocked out the Dugtrio and my Sylveon. I was so pissed off. 34 battles in. You gotta get a win streak of 50 in order to, you know, get the badge or shit stamp. I don't fucking know. It seems pointless, which is why I've kind of lost motivation. But anyways. Yeah, I feel it sounds different. I've got a Gardevoir in Pokemon Moon. Heck, I showed it in the video that I'll insert. Except it was a Curlier at that point, but it was one level away from a Gardevoir. I've since, you know, leveled it up once. All in the same day. I like, literally maybe an hour or so ago, I was playing it. Went through the battle tree again, got 10 battles in, and lost on the 11th. And I was just like, so boring. Same freaking trainers all the goddamn time with this shitty dialogue. It was alright at first, you know, when you're advancing through it, and it's all new, but after a while it just becomes so monotonous. Get so tired of seeing those stupid dragon Pokemon. My Sylveon is the only one that can really do anything about them. Although my Inverape, or whatever the hell it's freaking called, I don't freaking... It's my starter Pokemon. I can't even freaking pronounce its name properly. Possibly, anyway. And, what was I gonna say there? Yeah, the Sylveon's the only one that can, like, handle them, but it's not overly powerful. It's more defense-driven. But the Inverape can also one-shot some of them if it's strong enough and I use the Z-powered move. But I usually get screwed, unless it's like this one dinosaur one. Tyrannosaurus, it's obviously based on the Tyrannosaurus and all that. But I think it's part ground type, so my Snorlax is able to hit it with a ground type move as well. It's just like, my team is clearly not covered for ground types very well. Although, like I just said, you know, my Snorlax knows a ground type move. But it's not overly powerful, it's more of a tank, isn't it? But it can handle that occasionally, and whenever I come across, like, say, fairy types, for example, Snorlax is a bit of a go-to one with that as well, because it has Heavy Slam, which is a steel type move. And I've since learned that the weakness for fairy type is like steel, poison, and maybe some others. And it's immune to dragons as well. And has super effects against it. It's just like the type advantages are freaking so confusing nowadays. Just like, it used to be simple, like, look at Gardevoir here, Psychic type, pure Psychic. I think it's like Psychic Fairy in the newer generations. I mean, why? It just makes it more confusing. I suppose it spices things up, but man, it's like relearning the basics. But anyways, did I even mention why I clicked on that? Interruption. Anyway, oh man, look at that playtime, 84 hours and 31 minutes. Compare it to the freaking time in my Pokemon Moon, not Mun. God damn, I can't speak with shit. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah. Gardevoir's cry sounds somewhat different in Pokemon Moon. At least I feel like it sounded like that. A bit different. I don't know. Just a random observation. What is there to do? I don't want to play bingo. That'll be how many parts in a row we're gonna play the same shit. This game's also like, you know, hitting your head against a wall, really, isn't it? That stupid Orre Colosseum. I'm gonna try it. It's the same bloody rules as well, isn't it? No, it isn't actually. It's different. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, it's like, oh, every battle facility just focuses on level 50. In this game, it's like, no, wherever your highest level Pokemon is, they'll all be that level. And it's bullshit. Another bullshit thing in Pokemon Sun and Moon is the freaking Battle Dome. First time you go there, it's like, oh, this seems fun, because like you battle everyone else at a reasonable level. You go back in, everything's level 50 and you're screwed because you're nowhere near it. I mean, what a tease. Egan, this place still sucks. I'm not gonna bother with it, I've decided. It's like, well, why did you come here then? It's just like, I just wanna test my luck here a bit. Besides, I feel like, well, this LP's dragged on a ridiculously long amount of time. It'd have to be off-screen if I were to raise Pokemon to, you know, try to get through this place. I mean, there's only 4 battles, but my god, they put you through hell in those 4 battles. You know, one thing I never really observed all that much until recently is the stats of Pokemon. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, they have this thing where you can, like, see which potential they have with stats. So obviously... Man, Zapdos, you suck. For a legendary, anyway. I mean, look at that. It's kind of like it's balanced, but nothing really, like, especially noteworthy, really, it feels there. Well. Do-do-do. Man, look how slow that is. Pretty fast. Trouble with Pokemon like that is they'll have like either their attacks are like the toughest thing, or their defense is the best thing. Or it's like one of their attacks. It's just always like 2 stats that are like significantly higher than the rest. Everything else kind of gets shit, essentially. I mean, look at that. Special defense, crap. Special attack, crap. Speed, crap. But it's more of an attack-driven Pokemon, so it makes sense, really. But at the same time, it could use a bit more, you know, at least on defensive stats. Because it could get one-shotted with how slow it is. Oh, that's actually pretty decent for Ninetales. Oh, it's level 59 as well, so it is higher than Zapdos. You know, Lord Sludge is doing quite nicely there. Look at that defense. He is, well, she is truly a tank. That's one thing that annoys me in Sun and Moon. I like traded for a freaking Ralt so I could have a God of War, just like in this game. So I did that, and I also tested to see if anyone was trading a Swalot or a Gulpin or anything, and I couldn't really find anything. I think I might have found a Gulpin, but I didn't have the Pokemon for it. Some people are just weird on that, just like, oh, I'll trade. It's just like they'll have something like, I don't know, a Rangu or whatever it's called for like Mewtwo or some shit, something like that. Just like, that's a bit of an exchange. You can find those in Pokemon Moon easy enough. I've actually caught a few yesterday. It wasn't too hard to find them. It's harder to find the flower fairy thingamajig that I forget the name of, Comfy, whatever it's called. That I don't think I've ever encountered because of how rare it seems to be. Heck, I even tried my own luck with that. I was like, all I need for the Pokedex now is just Cosmog's evolved form and the Pokemon Sun fully evolved form. But everyone that's trading those Pokemon are trading them for other absurd legendaries and shit. And I'm just like, I'm not willing to trade legendaries. I mean, I did with some of the Ultra Beasts, but that was when I had more than one. Makes me like think now, after observing the stats, it's just like, I could have possibly have traded some even more significantly tougher ones. What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. You know what I also wasn't thinking? When I freaking, like, what was it called? Zion God. When I freaking, like, used that, traded that, and, like, all I've got now is just in dog form, and I can't do jack shit with it. Because I didn't realize the significance of those freaking cells. But anyways... You know, another thing. Lugia right here. Not allowed in the Colosseum, is it? I'd imagine. I mean, why the fuck do they do that all the time? Every Pokemon game, they'll freaking give you these super legendaries, and they'd be like, oh, you can't do fuck all with them, though. It's like, it's even worse than Sun and Moon, because like I said, Battle Tree, Battle Dome. That's all you get at the end of the game. No Trainer's Face, no super optional stuff. You just get some of the beast side quest shit. You don't really get much other than that. And even online battles probably have the same effect. Unless you insert the rules yourself. Where it'd be like, oh, he's got these super duper legendaries, right? Like, you can't actually use them in these. And they're like the only thing you really would ever use them in battle for. So hey, here's a legendary that's pretty much fucking useless. Because you can't even use it where you want to use it. Because it's banned. What the fuck is even the point? Seriously. Like, semi-legendaries are allowed, like freaking Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno and shit like that. But everything else just gets shit on. Just like, no. Just now. I do not know what I'm doing. What is my highest level? Level 62, 63, 64? God damn. How's everyone's stats in the party? Am I even gonna do anything in this part? My god, there is some nice attack. Notice that with like normal type Pokemon, they may not exactly have a type advantage over anything, but they usually tend to have some pretty good offense, some of them. Like that, in the video that I'm gonna insert, that trainer that I teamed up with the buffalo thing, I forget its name, it's something like buffalo, I can't remember. But essentially, that has some incredible attack power. So that's a normal type as well with incredible attack power. Some of them, on the other hand, aren't so great though. Ooh, look at that special attack, man. Why would... It's just like, look at that. It just feels like the stats increased, like, balanced. But at the same time, it feels like a lot of that special attack should have gone to attack. Because it's a fucking primate, for crying out loud. And maybe have some special defense in there. That would be ideal. Nice to have a bit more speed there. I've noticed with Espion as well. Espion always seems to be like the special attacker, while Umbreon is like the tank, essentially. Encountering those in the battle tree is a pain in the ass as well, because you know you're in for a long battle. Because it'll just inflict status shit on you, it will use Moonlight, heal most of its HP, and it takes forever to knock it out because of its defense. It's ridiculous. You know, your attack is great, but everything else is shit. Well, I guess the special attack's also decent. But that's the trouble when it comes to Dragon Pokemon. They're weak as shit if they get hit by something super effective. Well, not necessarily some... I've encountered Dragonites in the freaking battle tree that freaking take quite a while to knock out. They clearly favor special defense because they barely have any attacks because their stats inflicting assholes. I fucking hate those type of trainers. And you know the worst thing is, when I played online like the other day in the ranking thing, the first freaking turn, a freaking real life trainer used Fake Out on me and then Toxic. I felt like I was still playing the fucking battle tree, only worse. Horrible. Anyway, let's try my luck. Thank you, welcome to hell. If there's one thing oh, he's got a fucking Doug Trio. If that Doug Trio appears on the field, I'm gonna knock it the fuck out on freaking first sight. Because I hate you, Doug Trio, even though I have a Doug Trio of my own. I just got confused. I was like, I'm playing Pokemon Moon or Colosseum. I was like, where's Infernape? Oh no, it's because it's Pokemon freaking XD Guild Arctis now. So Espion's the main. Fuck it, why not? Don't really care. Go with whatever you want. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. Thing I really hate about post-game shit like this in Pokemon games is it's hard as balls, it's challenging, but there's no real reward for clearing it, really. It's just kind of just bragging rights, mostly. Do you know what they call me? They call me the Shitbringer. Remember me? I don't even want to clear this one, honestly. I'm kind of alright with having the title of #1 fan or some shit. The other ones are probably more generic sounding. At least this one sounds, you know, like kind of odd rather than just being kind of plain. Always starts with a Tyranitar, you're an ass. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, he's gonna do your earthquake shit, isn't he? How much you wanna bet he's gonna do earthquake? I hate earthquake so much. Hate it. Ready for it? Oh, slow as well, are you? Oh, explosion. That was a pleasant surprise. In the excruciatingly painful knock me out in one shot type of way. But you know, I don't care. I don't care. I just do give a fuck. Okay, now I kinda do. That's bullshit. That is some battle tree level bullshit right there. Where shit one-shots you all the time. I hate that shit. I mean, seriously, man. Why are they always so hacks? There's not even any real way of properly trading this game other than Mount Battle. It's just... why? It's... oh, you motherfucker. You're a dead man. I'm not gonna win this, obviously. But, oh, would I love to knock that fucking Doug Trio out. Oh, yes. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out, you motherfucker. You mother ass, ram, fuck, bitch, shit, ass. Oh, playing the substitute, are you? You goddamn coward. Man, the axe is worse than in freaking goddamn freaking Moon. Jesus Christ! Oh, it's a sandstorm, isn't it? Of course, I think to play into that. Ha 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 ha! Isn't this fun? Isn't it enjoyable? Honestly, the main appeal of the Pokemon series for me is playing through the main game, seeing all these, interacting with all these characters, battling trainers, raising Pokemon, enjoying the story, even though it's repetitive because it's usually the same shit rehashed. But you just go for that. I like that. As soon as it gets post-game, then shit just kind of goes into, do you like competitive shit? No? Well, tough shit, that's all you got. And like I've said many times, at least Emerald made it look fancy. God damn it. Why? Let me guess, earthquake, right? Oh, gee whiz, I'm sure I'm guessing correctly. Who the fuck they use that? What a C-U-S How much you want to bet you substitute immediately after this? You're like, oh, I've got to hide behind my plush toy. Oh yeah, one thought I had of the Doug Trio was like, thought, you know, Doug Trio is the devil's pimples. They raise straight from hell.
Hurry and find us a fucking exit!
I didn't even get to
Jesus
knock
Christ,
it out.
Daddy.
Stupid pimples from hell. Hate you, Doug Trio.
Thank you for visiting.
They say that in Pokemon Sun and Moon, you people are so one-dimensional. Just like, you have nothing. Well, to be fair, they're just like the receptionist or whatever, I don't know. Just like, oh, welcome, I gotta repeat these lines off a script, right? But do you have to say thank you, come again, sometime? Why? After losing, would you say that? Just like, oh, thank you for participating. Or even worse, when they actually acknowledge that. It's like, sorry you lost, hey, better luck next time. Actually, no, I feel that's even better, actually. Because at least they acknowledge that you actually, you know, went in there and you lost. And just like, hey, sorry about how you kind of lost. Rather than being like, we're not going to even acknowledge that you do anything around here. You just do your shit. You're the champion, right? Well, who gives a shit? Oh, you defeated Battle Legend. Congratulations. You have some battle points. Now, fuck off. Oh, you want to go battle him again? Oh, 50 battles. 50 battles. You gotta clear 50 battles without losing once. And if you so much as switch off the console in rage, which I've done a few times, you'd be like, excuse me, but I'm afraid you're gonna have to start over. They literally say that. They literally freaking... the freaking receptionist, she literally says, excuse me? In that I just picture it with that type of tone. It's like, excuse me? You're not allowed to turn off your console in protest. You will have to start again. I'm like, fuck you. If I'm in a shitty losing battle, I just rage quit. Just like, nah, turn it back on. Excuse me? Fuck off. I'm going back to the Pokeball Range or whatever the fuck. The only interesting thing there is raising Pokemon. It's just, battling just feels like such, well, actually, so does the other thing feel like such a chore. But at least it's not a chore where you're constantly banging your head against a tree, I guess. And the battle tree sucks for another reason. It's just a fucking tree! Just a tree! That's all it is! Receptionist is all like, oh, there's some people over there that'll sell you some shit for points. Some useful items here and there, but who gives a fuck anyway, really? Well, some people, but not me. And then you got this person over here, keeps the records and shit, and there was this one guy who was over here. But once you hatched all these eggs, you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna give you this ability on PC and then piss off elsewhere. And then essentially when you're battling on the tree, it's the same fucking screen over and over. Doesn't matter how freaking far up you get into the tree, it doesn't seem to make a goddamn difference. Even when I got to the freaking end of the normal ones. Maybe it's only on Super when you get to the top. I don't know, but it looks like shit. Absolute shit. I've seen bare battle facilities in Pokemon freaking Ruby and Sapphire before the Battle Frontier with just that battle tower. That had more freaking detail going on in that piece of shit. It fucking sucks. And that's all I got to say there. It does. Battle Dome's worse though because it's just a clusterfuck that relies even more on luck somehow than the Battle Tree. At least in the Battle Tree, you get to use your Pokemon a bit more efficiently. In the Battle Dome, it's just like everyone is going to fuck each other up, especially you. You'll be like, okay, I'm gonna knock this bitch down, and then someone will be a kill-stealing son of a bitch and steal the point, and I'd be like, fuck this game! It's like, is that how it's like to play Mario Party with friends or some shit? Like where they just like at each other's throats, it's like, ah, you son of a bitch, why did you do that? I was winning, you asshole! You know, shit like that. But it's the computer! I mean, I wouldn't mind playing it against real-life players if I actually knew them anyway. If it was against strangers, I'd go into kind of fuck you mode. But if it's against friends or whatever, anyone I knew essentially, I'd be like, yeah, alright, you win, I lose, bitch. But it wouldn't be like overly like, ah. Essentially, the battle facilities in that game are crap. Why can't you battle trainers outside of that shit? You battle trainers once and that's it. Lame. I wonder if the upcoming Ultra Sun and Moon... Seriously, what's with the names in the game? Seriously. Maybe they'll improve on those. They'll probably expand on the story a bit as well, so I'll probably play that. But, what else to bitch about before I wrap this pointless part up? Oh, another thing is, unrelated to it is, I want to play the, battle mode in the main menu, like, against myself, if that makes any sense. I want to freaking find a Game Boy Advance, find this freaking lead that connects up to it, because the only Game Boy Advance Pokemon game that I know where to find is Pokemon Sapphire. I still got that, and that was technically the first game I ever played in the series. And it's the same cartridge. It probably doesn't have nearly as many Pokemon since I've transferred them over games and all that. So it probably hasn't even got my starter in there or anything like that. But I'd want to, like, try those up against the Pokemon in this game. It'd be interesting. But I don't know where either of those are. And by that I mean the Game Boy Advance and the lead connecting thing. So... yeah. That was a rant. I still don't know why. I'm playing Pokemon Moon. I just like, oh, I'm so bored of my mind. It's so monotonous. It's, oh, I can't play anymore. This post-game's not worth it. I'll put it down. 20 minutes later, oh, fuck it, let's try it again. God damn it, I'm bored. Put it back down. Bored. Oh, fuck. It's like addictive, but boring at the same time. I mean, Jesus Christ. How is that even possible? I mean, I liked the game and all, but my god, post-game is just... Boresville. There's nothing in it. There's nothing in this one either, really. It's usually a case of Pokemon series. But at least we got fucking bingo in this game. You don't even get that. Actually, now that I think about it, is there any neat mini-games or anything like that? You know? No, I don't think so. Like Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Just like, that had some nice post-game stuff. Why can't we have nice post-game stuff, damn it? Why is there always gotta be repetitive? Let's bang our heads against walls in competitive nature and be like, ah, Egon! Egon, I will charge into your face and headbutt you in the dick, you piece of shit. And then you lose. Over and over again. Well, I guess you can, you know, defend your championship, but it's pointless, if you ask me. Why? Why? It looks like he's freaking trying to breakdance there. Anyway, I'll wrap this up by saying... well, see you next time, I guess. That's what I will wrap this up by saying. See you next time when we actually do something, probably bingo, because let's just face it, there's not a lot to do in this game. Well, there's still Mount Battle to fully clear, but you get the idea. I ain't clearing this shithole Colosseum, it ain't worth it. There's probably no reward at the end of this rainbow. It's probably just like this, for example. Love Arena Fan Club member number 1. It's just different freaking titles, I imagine. That's all you get in poker coupons. Probably. I doubt there's anything significant to unlock from clearing all. It's just bragging rights. I ain't got time for that shit. I had the patience somehow in Emerald, but I was playing that on an emulator. I could freaking speed the game up and freaking save state if the game was being too evil with the difficulty. With the hacks and all that shit. Can't do that here, so can't even speed up the game or anything. Not that I'd want to after what freaking Pokemon Emerald did with my eyes, but still, it's slow, it's tedious, and it sucks. So I'm not gonna do this Colosseum. So, we'll probably do bingo in the next part, so see you next time, viewers. See you next time.